We love fat reduction. After all, we owe our med spa's long-lasting success to fat reduction services. Now, statistics tell us that the top 3 requested fat reduction treatments, they're cryolipolysis, cavitation, and lipolaser. And the cool thing is, 2 of those 3 can be found on the same machine platform. Your cavitation machine platform should also include lipolaser. Now, the fat reduction go-to for most practitioners is probably a cavitation protocol that incorporates radiofrequency and vacuum. But you need lipolaser because there are instances when it has a definite edge over these fat cavitation protocols. So when should you recommend lipolaser rather than cavitation? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you want to be the fat reduction expert in your market and then grow your business with fat reduction just like Shannon and I did, stay tuned to this episode.
You're listening to the Body Contouring Academy's Proven Profits podcast, where you'll learn simple, actionable strategies from real-world, successful body contouring professionals to help you generate more revenue, realize the profits you want, and create the life you desire. Hi, I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kay.
And we're your hosts of the Proven Profits podcast.
Hi there, body contouring professionals. Kay here. Thank you for being here too. We're talking fat reduction treatments again. It's an important topic about fat reduction treatments, and that's what technology and treatment protocol is best for each of your clients. Now, you may have a go-to, and that's okay, but it's never always the same because every client is different. And you need to know when a different technology or protocol is going to meet a particular client's needs best. So first, to recap, the top 3 consumer-requested fat reduction treatments are cryolipolysis, and we talked about that in our last episode, and it was called Cash In on Fat Freezing, and also cavitation and lipolaser. And we'll examine each of these 3 today. And we'll leave a link in today's show note to that fat freezing podcast episode in case you missed it. Second, your cavitation machine platform, well, it's a must. It must include lipolaser technology. And you'll see why it's so critical after listening to this episode. Now, we're not going to discuss cavitation machines today, but if you want to learn all about them, we have a podcast episode that you can listen to called How to Evaluate Cavitation Machines and Whether the S-Shape is the best cavitation machine to buy. We'll also leave a link to that podcast in today's show notes. So, now that you know what we're not going to cover, this is what you can expect to learn today. In a nutshell, we're explaining what lipolaser can do that cavitation cannot. So then you know what to recommend as the best option for each of your clients. We're going to start off with a reminder of the many similarities between cavitation and lipolaser. So then we'll move on to today's focus, the differences between cavitation and lipolaser, and finally we'll apply those differences to real-life situation. We'll set forth all the things lipolaser can do that cavitation just cannot, so you know when to use lipolaser. Okay, well, let's get started. First, what are the similarities between cavitation and lipolaser? Because they have stark differences, but they also have many similarities. They're both non-invasive fat reduction treatments with no downtime and no pain. They both require a series of treatments, 6 to 10 on average, to start. For both of them, results are gradual, and each treatment will build on previous treatments. And for each of the technologies, your treatments should be spaced at least 72 hours apart to allow time for the body to process and eliminate the fat and debris that has been left behind from the treatment. And clients with inefficient lymphatic systems, they're going to need detox support throughout the treatment series with lymphatic booster treatments like vibration therapy or pressotherapy. And if you've been listening to us for a while, you know we recommend adding these detox treatments to every fat reduction protocol. Okay, so now those are the similarities. Let's look at the differences. Now, just so you know, before we start on the differences, we're not going to dive into an in-depth discussion of each technology and its treatment, but if you want more information about each of the two technologies, we have a great blog article that discusses both cavitation and lipo laser. It's called What Are the Best Fat Reduction Technologies for Your Business? And we're going to leave a link to that article in the show notes too if you'd like to refer to it to learn more. So let's get started with the differences. First up, how does each technology lead to fat reduction and inch loss? Well, cavitation, which by the way is also known as fat cavitation, ultrasound cavitation, ultrasonic cavitation, it's a non-invasive body contouring treatment that delivers low-energy ultrasound waves to destroy fat cells in a targeted treatment area. Cavitation destroys fat cells. The lipo laser, also known as red light therapy, low-level laser therapy, or LLLT, or cold laser therapy. It's a non-invasive fat reduction technology too, but it delivers low-level laser wavelengths somewhere between 635 and 650 nanometers to shrink fat cells and cause inch loss in the treated area. Lipo laser shrinks fat cells. Cavitation destroys fat cells. Next up, another difference are the technologies FDA approved to produce collagen and lead to skin firming. Well, let's look at cavitation. You've likely seen representations that cavitation produces skin tightening, but only high-intensity focused ultrasound technology, or HIFU, has been proven to tighten skin and is FDA approved to do so. Now, HIFU technology is more likely found on level 1 medical grade machines, and unless otherwise indicated, the ultrasound frequencies available to us in most other cavitation machine platforms is not HIFU technology. That's why nearly all cavitation machine platforms come equipped with radio frequency technology. Radio frequency is a skin tightening technology, and that's why all of our med spa cavitation protocols incorporate radio frequency. Now, cavitation fat reduction combined with radio frequency tissue tightening can produce great results when you use them in tandem. So cavitation is not FDA approved per se for collagen production and skin tightening. Lipo laser, on the other hand, through a process called photobiomodulation, or PBM, stimulates the production of collagen and elastin. The PBM firms and smooths the skin, improves the skin tone, and improves skin elasticity. And the FDA has approved the lipo laser, or LLLT technology, for collagen production and skin tightening. So, lipo laser, yes, is FDA cleared for collagen production and skin tightening. Cavitation is not unless it's HIFU technology. So moving on to what we consider the most important distinction between cavitation and lipolaser, and that is what size of a targeted treatment area can each of them treat effectively. So with cavitation, it's like nearly all the other non-invasive body contouring treatments. It does have a treatment size limitation, and it's hard to say exactly what that size is. Every client is different, but typically the treatment size is not going to be larger than a standard piece of paper, like 8.5 by 11 inches. And for those areas that involve two sides, such as the arms, inner and outer thighs, the flanks, the hips, the muffin tops, etc., they are often considered as two cavitation treatments as well. Now, lipolaser studies have shown that its technology, the LLLT technology, has the ability to treat large areas effectively. A cavitation machine with lipolaser comes equipped typically with at least 6, sometimes more, large paddle applicators. Now, though the exact size of the paddles can vary from machine to machine, most measure at least 2 inches by 4 inches, and there's 6 of them. So not only can these applicators cover and treat large areas, but they can also treat areas with 2 sides, like the arms, the thighs, the flanks, etc., as one treatment area. So, cavitation has a limited treatment size. Lipolaser has the ability to treat large areas and 2-sided areas effectively as one treatment. Okay, using what we've just covered, those differences, let's apply it now. Let's discuss what lipolaser can do that cavitation cannot with our clients. Before we dive in, Shannon has a brief message for us.
Ready to start your own body contouring business? Or add in-demand body contouring services to your current business? We've created online courses to make it easy, without a huge investment, time-consuming research, or taking dangerous risks. Our online certification courses lay out complete roadmaps for implementing the most popular and affordable body contouring devices on the market. Each course is complete with an explanation of technologies, method of action, step-by-step treatment protocols, downloadable forms, and more. After completing each course, you'll have the knowledge to deliver desired results and generate maximum revenue. Become a body contouring expert. Visit bodycontouringacademy.com, click on the certification courses from the menu, and discover the courses that can transform your business today.
Okay, question of the day. What can lipolaser do that cavitation cannot in real-life situations? And here are the answers. Number 1, lipolaser has the ability to treat large areas as one treatment and treat 2-sided areas as one treatment. So when you have a client who wants to treat a 2-sided area or an area that's just too large for one cavitation treatment, you should definitely consider using lipolaser. Don't try to treat that too large of an area or the 2 sides of the area, 2-sided areas with cavitation, because that could result in undertreating, and undertreatment leads to really bad or no results, and that's why we call it the kiss of death. Use lipolaser instead. With lipolaser, you can treat a 2-sided area or a large area within the parameters of that hour time block on your schedule. So, you need only to charge your client for one treatment and not present it as a treatment and a half or a 2-treatment charge. By doing this, you're going to gain a lifelong client. Now compare that same client to cavitation. To effectively treat, you're going to need to treat at least 2 cavitation areas, which is going to run you over your schedule's 1-hour time block And you'll need to charge your client more for every session. And remember, we're looking at 6 to 10 sessions to start, or either that or lose out on profit. So it's a lot better alternative to use lipo laser and suggest and explain. So the next one up is something we didn't mention when we were discussing the differences. And it's that lipo laser is not labor intensive. Cavitation is labor intensive. So when you're performing a lipo laser treatment, it just involves the application of the lipo laser paddles to the client's body and a belt to hold them in place. Versus cavitation, when you're performing a cavitation treatment, that's going to involve mechanical massage, which is your labor, to the treatment area during the entire treatment session. In fact, we call lipo laser a set it and exit treatment. It can be. So set it and exit treatments are treatments that provide you with the option, but not the requirement, to multitask, to perform another task at the same time as the set it and exit treatments. In other words, you can apply the paddles and do something else, even leave the room if you want. So, labor intensive versus not labor intensive. Now here's the one we're going to discuss next that we think will all be seeing requests for in the future due to the movement that we're seeing towards holistic and natural ways to improve ourselves. And that is that lipo laser is the, quote, natural option. With lipo laser, you avoid fat cell death while still producing long-lasting, if not permanent, inch loss. Because there are some clients who want to reduce fat, but they do not like the idea of killing fat cells. They want a more natural option. And to meet those clients' needs, you need a cavitation machine with lipo laser because you need that lipo laser technology, which is the only non-invasive fat reduction technology that causes inch loss without destroying fat cells. And don't worry about efficacy with lipo laser. Studies have shown that lipo laser technology produces long-lasting, if not permanent, inch loss. And finally, number 4. With lipo laser, you can tell your clients that the technology improves the skin too. It'll assist with minimizing stretch marks and scarring if she has any, and with firming and toning the skin. Now, as we noted earlier, the lipo laser technology has been FDA approved for collagen and elastin production, leading to improvements in the skin and a reduction in scarring. So you can tell your clients about this added benefit. They'll love it. Now, regarding cavitation, think we know what you're thinking. Many providers, including us, have observed clinically that cavitation can also lead to skin improvement. But besides HIFU technology, cavitation has not been proven to stimulate collagen and elastin. So without the backing of FDA approval for that indication, you cannot represent to your clients that the treatment improves the skin unless you're combining it with radiofrequency technology. So just to clarify here, would we recommend lipo laser for skin tightening? We would not. We just list it as another benefit, improved skin. Our skin tightening technology go-to is and always has been radiofrequency technology. Now, those are some pretty significant advantages, wouldn't you say? So, what we have for you next is a question. Are you certified in both cavitation and lipo laser? And did you know you can get certified in both treatments in just one course? So at the Body Contouring Academy, we do have a multi-technology course that includes cavitation, lipo laser, plus radiofrequency skin tightening and vacuum LED. It's all in one course. It's totally turnkey. It includes everything you need to implement these treatments right away. And like all of our courses, it's 100% online, so you can start and finish the course at your convenience. You'll find it all in the Body Contouring 6-in-1 Masterclass. So if you'd like to learn more or maybe get some more details, we'll leave a link to the course details in our show note for that course. So now let's summarize what we've talked about today. We understand that a cavitation protocol may be your go-to treatment, but there are times that lipo laser has a definite edge. In our view, the greatest advantage lipo laser has over cavitation, or really any other non-invasive fat reduction treatment for that matter, is its ability to target two-sided areas and single areas that are too large for a single cavitation treatment, all in a 1-hour time block of your schedule. Also, don't forget that lipo laser is not labor-intensive. It'll give you some rest, or it'll free you up to do other things. And the rise that we're seeing in the holistic popularity and natural remedies, those clients looking for a natural way to reduce fat, and we think we're going to see more of them, lipo laser is the obvious choice. So here's our recommendations. If you're not already, get certified in cavitation and lipo laser and become the fat reduction expert in your market by helping your clients get the best results using the right technology to meet their particular needs. We can practically guarantee that you'll build a profitable business. That's it for today. Until next time, beautiful wishes.
If you enjoyed the show, please find us on iTunes and leave us a review. Email us at bodycontouringacademy.com with any feedback, topic suggestions, or to offer to tell your body contouring success story. We love to hear success stories and learn about winning strategies. Visit bodycontouringacademy.com for tools, education, industry news, and cutting-edge articles. Thanks so much for listening, and have a great rest of your week.